The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We are joined by Fremantle AFLW player Emma O'Driscoll. It's always great to have you in here, Em. And I was loving this. Just last month I went to a 50th in Northam. And it was fantastic. So I got to meet a lot of country people, which is great. We stayed at a hotel that had been refurbed.
Farmer's home?
Farmer's, yeah, that was it.
What is the accommodation in Northam like? Is it nice?
Oh, no, this is really nice.
Yeah.
So it's Northam, because I just remember Northam being Northam.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Is it still just Northam?
They have a spud
Or has it
shed.
become... Oh.
No, you have all your fast food outlets now and a spud shed, which is great. And they've revamped the Shamrock Hotel and made it into this farmer's home hotel.
So now it's gone a little bit fancy.
Have a look. Harry's got up. So I stayed in one of these rooms.
Yeah.
Anyway, the bar in the joint is awesome.
That is actually really nice. Kalgoorlie,
That's
we don't have
beautiful.
anything like that yet. No.
how
Oh, wow.
nice.
Look at that, Sean. That's wainscoting on the walls.
Hey, I think that's the room we had.
That's wainscoting.
I don't know what that is.
What's
You
that
have to
big
wipe
stain
that
on
off.
the bed?
Yeah, I'll explain that later. So the best thing about the night going along to this 50th birthday party was meeting Emma's parents. And first of all, I got to meet Michelle straight up. I'd never met her before, and she come flying out of nowhere because she'd had a few beverages.
She's a firecracker, that woman.
And she introduced herself by saying, "Oh, I'm Emma O'Driscoll's mum."
Oh.
And I went, "Oh, that's great." And she carried on talking, but
Where
at
was your
no
dad
stage-
watching Home and Away?
Dad's like hiding. He hates people.
Well, at no stage did your mother Michelle mention your two brothers who are on AFL lists, one with the Fremantle Dockers and one with the Western Bulldogs.
Correct.
So I mentioned this to her. I said, Michelle, what about Nathan? Because she said, Emma plays for Fremantle. I
Yeah.
said, what about Nathan? He plays for Fremantle. Oh, don't worry about him. What about
not
Aiden?
gonna
He
get
just
game.
got drafted.
Don't worry about him.
Don't worry about them. So I thought that was pretty funny. About an hour later, I go to another area of the thing, and this guy was there, and he introduced himself. "G'day, I'm Brendan O'Driscoll." And I went, "Oh, g'day, Brendan." He goes, "Yeah, I'm Emma O'Driscoll, plays for the Dockers, Dad." And I went, "What about Nathan? What about..." They did it separately, an hour apart. They did not talk about their other children.
So
good.
This is really good.
Yeah, it's great.
Because
First time for me.
they've looked at their stock, they've looked at what they've got on the shelves, and they're gone, what's the thing we're going to put forward to feature for point of buy at the till? And that is, what's the most desirable thing here? And that is, you're the packet of extra at the register.
Here
That's
we go.
you.
No, that's the
you.
first time for everything. Aiden's the baby and usually gets the shout out. So I'm stoked with that. Thanks, Mum and Dad. They'd never tell me though.
To have me as a stranger tell them, "What about your other children?" I was finding it
can't.
hilarious,
That
both
is
at
so
different
good.
times.
So, are you usually the person that they sell? Or are you? Who is the celebrated child and who is the forgotten child?
No, Aiden, the youngest, so he gets to go to Wesley College, a $50,000 school, a boarding. I think Mum and Dad paid $50 for my school at Northern Senior High. So, Rog, we don't actually need that grant because they're going to be making money.
So he's the one.
And then if they were to talk about anyone, it would be him. He's the favourite for sure.
But
No,
apparently not.
it's
No.
not.
It's not.
They didn't
I
even-
think you're remembering
No,
from years back.
I
don't think you know the new world. The new world is Emma World.
It's obviously about women, so thank you, Mum and Dad, for celebrating me. But I also think they were on that spinny photo video thing, so
Yeah, they were.
may have had a bit of vertigo at that time.
Mate, it was amazing.
I think that this is important
Yeah, it is.
for us to talk about, because if you're the sibling that is forgotten,
What about me?
it's heartbreaking.
Sean, is that you?
In fact,
Who's a forgotten sibling out of your family?
I don't know. Actually, we all do pretty well.
No, there's one.
What about your kids as well, then?
Oh, they're all pretty memorable. They annoy the hell out of me most of the
You
days.
did speak about your youngest with me before, so
Oh,
is she the
Sonny,
one that you...
she's my favourite daughter
Yeah, there
for
you go.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think the one that you speak about the least, only because he's so self-sufficient, is Lockie, because Lachlan's out just doing his own thing.
you're probably right, mate.
Because you want to be part of his life and he won't let you.
100%.
Sean doesn't
I try to
understand why
invite-
Lachlan won't include him in his friends' plans when he's going out to hang out with his mates. Sean doesn't understand why that's why. So you're the forgotten child in your family.
Yeah, can I just say, a couple of weeks ago, I walked out the side of the house and no one was home other than Lachlan and a couple of his mates. And we'd been at the football earlier together, so I walked out the back with a beer and no one was talking to me and I just had to walk back in.
Oh, that is... So you just went back into the hedge like Homer Simpson.
I put the footy on Fox and sat there with a stubby.
That is. Don't you hope that no? Don't you? I'm so glad there was no CCTV footage because someone would have played that back. And this is the moment he realised no one wants to talk to him, and look at him just wander away, hoping no one saw.
Oh, that's great. That is so good.
That is horrendous.
He's accepted the rejection. I like it.
I was going to just keep this to families, but maybe we can open it up. Just, are you a forgotten person?
Yeah.
Are you a person, or are you the celebrated person? And this can be in your family. Maybe it's your workplace.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree,
Amy that works with us. No one even remembers that she works here.
Amy, that's true, isn't
The
it?
amount of emails and stuff that Amy gets left off of. Amy, what's some of the hits? What's some of the hits?
Nice.
I know I'll put you on the spot. There's been so many. That's why.
So, like, people will forward me emails that they've received about my job.
Yes.
And they're like, I think this one's for you. And I'm like, are you serious? I've been here for 12 years.
12 years.
You don't know what I do
And no
or
one
who
knows
I am.
that I'm here.
I don't even know how she got in the studio.
We'll have to do something about that.
We'd like to talk to the forgotten, to the people that are uncelebrated, to the people that are here trying to make a difference, but no one's noticing.
You'll be heard on here.
You'll be heard on here, unless we get a call from the really fun, excitable, like, oh, they're the one people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the celebrated people.
I might text my brothers now, get them to give us a call.
Let's get Aiden up. We'll get Aiden up. We're going to go to a girl now that I'm pretty sure that I went to high school with. Hello, Kirstine.
Hey, mate. How
Hi,
you doing?
Kirstine. Okay, so let me set the scene right.
Yes.
Kirstine and Courtney were twins, identical twins in our school, and that in Kalgoorlie, that's like magical.
Oh, I bet it is.
To have twins,
Definitely.
oh, it's amazing. And I remember, Kirstine, when you got your car, it was a Reebok hatchback. But it was what was it? Was it Reebok? It was Reebok, wasn't it?
No, it was one of those little Ford Festivas in turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue. Turquoise blue. Oh, my God. The ripples of Kalgoorlie was like, oh, my God, look at the car. It's beautiful. The bog laps she would chuck were just insane.
Well, clearly she can't be forgotten then.
But, of course, of course, being a twin, Kirstine, what's happened? What's happened?
Okay, so I lived in the UK. I'd moved back, staying at Mum and Dad's. I was born 36 minutes before court.
Yeah.
So, you'd think you'd remember that.
Yeah.
And my partner's giving me birthday cards and everything in the morning before work. My parents haven't thought too much about it. At 6:36, they've gone, oh, we've got to ring Courtney, it's her birthday. So they've gone and rung her when I'm sitting in the room and done that.
They've got to ring.
They're sitting with you.
They're ready.
And said, I've got to call your twin sister because it's her birthday.
Yeah, they hadn't thought to say happy birthday to me.
Well, that is fantastic. That's great.
I can't get over it.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say to them?
I just waited until the penny clicked after they hung up. They were like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah. I was like, oh, cheers.
That is, you know what's even more
Kirstine,
insulting
that's a
about
stitch
that?
up.
They're not just twins, they're identical twins. So it's like it's like they had one and a spare, and you're obviously the spare. Kirstine. Come on. Unbelievable. We're going to be taking more of these next, everyone. 1324. Thanks, Kirstine.
I showed Nathan a photo just before. Mum is in full Western Bulldogs kit. She claims she's a Freo supporter now, but full Western Bulldogs kit, and all we get is a small badge on her large breasts I was talking about before.
Yes. And you know what? Your mum has got some great breasts. I mean, I know that that's not a great compliment coming from me.
But you know it's it when you
But
see
I do,
them.
Sean. And I just want to quickly touch base with you about something, Sean.
Yeah.
I've just looked at that party, and that party looked next level, right?
Yeah, it was great.
That is
Leonie's
next
was
level.
fantastic.
Leonie's obviously knows how to throw a party, because when people get printing done with Leonie's name put
Yeah, it's
everywhere,
crazy.
that's when you know the party's gone up a notch. She's wearing a very beautiful, sparkly maroon dress.
Yes, she was.
Yep.
It was
Why are
stunning.
you wearing a Hawaiian shirt with pineapple rings on it?
No, I think what's got me, Nate, is the bucket hat.
And the bucket hat. And the
Sean,
what
lock
did
him up.
you say about the bucket hat?
I said lock him up because this is criminal, him not showing hair. I didn't say what you said. Nathan was very inappropriate.
It is a reason.
What's with that? That's a bit of a fun shirt.
It was festival. Was the
But Hawaiian and festival
I
are
didn't put
different.
I didn't put that photo up anywhere, right?
So
Was I in the background? Because I've not seen what you showed Nathan.
It's a selfie. It's a selfie
Yeah.
with my mum.
Yeah. Anyway, I want you to wear that. Can you wear that shirt tomorrow?
And the hat. No, the bucket hat.
The bucket hat. Wear that outfit tomorrow, and then we'll see. We'll get people to vote and
I've
see
actually got
that's
matching
good.
pants.
Thank you. Well, then, can you wear the ensemble tomorrow?
Jesus.
Wear the ensemble. Thank you so much. Right now, we are discussing the forgotten people in the world and the celebrated people in the world. Guys, I think we're going to a forgotten person right now. It's Sarah from Armidale. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Are you a forgotten person?
Absolutely.
Talk to me, sister.
So on my 24th birthday, my family decided to do a family portrait for my granddad and grandma, but they actually forgot to tell me the dress code for it, and I actually rocked up wearing normal clothes while everyone else was in basically blue and white clothing. They also didn't know that it was my birthday that day either.
Another forgotten birthday.
What the hell is that? They didn't tell her the family dress code for the photo, so firstly, she looks like she's not supposed to be there, and then secondly...
I forgot her birthday.
The whole family photo is I just look like I'm out of the whole family kind of thing on the side.
Does this happen often, does it, Sarah?
Yes.
That's a stitch up, Sarah.
Sometimes do you think, is there something that I can do to improve the situation, like wear a brighter top or something?
Yeah, I don't know. My family loves to do games night, and yet I'm never included in them as well.
How many people in your family, Sarah?
2.
So far, I've got my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece, my dad, my sister, and my brother-in-law.
So you're just lost in the mix, sweetheart. You're
They
just
were
lost
all
in the
aware
mix.
of that theme.
Not even games.
They're all aware of the theme. None of them knew it was a birthday. And really,
Wow.
that's on Sarah for being so bland.
That's right.
So, Sarah, you're not the winner.
Who are you talking about? Who's Sarah? Let's go to Jess in Caversham. Hey, Jess.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Good,
Jess.
Jess, are we talking about a celebrated person or a forgotten person?
I'm also a forgotten person. So I'm the oldest of 3 children, and my mum made us these beautiful collage books with photos of our life for our 21st birthday.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
So mine was 7 years ago, and my sister just turned 21 in January, and I got my book out because my mum wanted inspiration, and my partner looks at it, and the first thing he says is, "That's not you." And I said, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "You don't have brown eyes." And my mum had put a big, huge picture of my little sister
Oh, on your
Photo
book.
on my book, and she didn't know. I had to ring her and tell her.
And you hadn't obviously
And
hadn't
right
looked
there-
at it for a few years then,
No.
Jess.
But you had received it already. You'd seen this before and you hadn't noticed.
I had it for 7 years.
This is my thing. Do you know
partner
this is
saw
the
it.
saddest thing? Is Jess is such a forgotten person, she's even forgotten herself.
Jess, you need to go find yourself, gal.
She goes in the mirror and looks in the mirror and goes, "Who's that? I've never seen this woman before in my
It's
life."
not the photo I've been looking at.
God.
Oh,
That's
God, am I
full on,
watching
Jess.
the movie Split?
I know. That was a
personality?
really good
Yeah.
movie too. Have you watched
Split,
that?
no.
Split. Got to get into that, Sean.
terrible.
Mel's in Tarmelia. Hello, Mel. It is good.
Hi, how you going?
Hey, good
Mel. It's not terrible.
Are you forgotten too, or you celebrated, Mel?
Well, it's actually my youngest daughter. So growing up, she's been forgotten a bit at school because she hasn't, got the latest Frank Green drink bottle.
Oh,
yeah.
honey.
And she's got curly hair and freckles, so that really doesn't sit right with
Oh,
people around here
sweetheart.
either.
Oh.
So, but anyway, at the ripe old age of 6, a friend of mine sent me a link for a movie role.
Yeah.
And so we put Emily, my daughter,
Yeah.
we did an online audition for her just as a joke.
Yeah.
And but she got the part. And she got the part in this movie.
What?
And it's now on Netflix, and it's been on Netflix for probably about 2 years now because it couldn't get released in Australia because of COVID.
So wait,
Yeah.
so you're saying that everybody until that date had forgotten your daughter and sort of brushed her off
Until
to the
now.
side until people that were creating a movie saw her and went, "Okay, she's getting cast."
Yes.
What's the movie?
Yeah, what is it?
I Met a Girl.
I Met a
I met a girl.
Right.
And now she's celebrated, clearly, Mel.
Yes. Yes.
So she can buy 10 Frank Greens. That's elite.
She can buy 10 Frank Greens. Okay,
She
wait.
actually
She earned more in that week than what I do at work.
What's the movie called again?
I Met a Girl.
I Met
2020.
a Girl. All right, let's have a look. I Met a Girl. Oh, it's got Brendan Thwaites in it. Like, we know him. Brendan, Sean.
You got to show me faces, you know what I'm like.
And it's got Peter Rosethorn and Joel Jackson in it as well.
Oh, Joel Jackson
wow.
as well.
That's
Okay, I'm going to watch this. Congratulations. Is she
Yes.
becoming an actor now? What's the deal?
Yeah, she wants to, but because of the whole COVID thing, she hasn't been able to pursue it. But
Yeah, the momentum sort of slowed down because of COVID. Yeah, nice. Well, all right.
Gonna get back into it.
Everybody, watch I Met a Girl. Give it a thumbs up on Netflix, and then they might say, I Met a Girl too. Or maybe I Met Two Girls, the sequel. That'll get made, which will be good. Sean?
We need a winner, actually, and I've handballed it to M this morning.
Yes, he has. So, congratulations to Christine because of your blue Ford Fiesta that you drove around and you being the forgotten twin. You have won a $200 voucher to Zone Bowling. Zone Bowling, the fun never stops with laser tag, arcade games, and, of course, bowling. So enjoy that, Christine.
Yeah, Kirsten.
Kirstine.
You've even forgotten her.
You've forgotten her name.
You forgot her name.
Fix the thing.
Do you know what? Just sideswipe Kirsten. Just give it to Courtney, her twin. Courtney, that one's for you.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
That's when the song comes. Can I have a microphone?
Sorry.
No milk?
No milk this morning. Harry won't turn it on microphones.
Why am I here, Amy? Amy,
Can we both go?
This chair's got wheels. Wheel me to the car. Wheel me to my car.
You know you can turn your own mic on now, actually.
Where?
I
this
would
new
never
studio.
expect that, though.
Where?
On your
that thing
screen.
that thing
red
that says
button.
on?
Yeah.
So wait, can I turn it off now?
Yeah, go hit that.
Hello?
Oh!
God, you got to see this studio, guys.
No,
It's like being in an iPad Pro.
Yeah. That's been left at Metros. Because we feel like we're in a nightclub.
I want to talk about something that I've noticed. I've noticed it a while, but I've really actually sort of let it sink in the last couple of days. Going to work in the morning is traumatic.
Especially when you've got a pole over your shoulder with a handkerchief, tied to it. What happens in the dwarfs? Do they have any of that stuff going on?
Do they? Yes, I think they have their crib in a hanky at the end of a stick
And they go
and
off.
over their shoulder. I think they do.
Okay. We'll pay it.
Yeah.
Play on.
Okay,
Play on.
Nothing to be seen.
You got it, Sean. Anyway, I've just sort of noticed it this week because I've been so tired. And I think I've got a lot of empathy towards other people. There's three I drove past this morning. One guy's been there twice, so today and yesterday, and there was two yesterday. And these are tradies that are sitting out on the street, just on the footpath, waiting to get picked up. This guy's sitting outside of the church this morning and yesterday. He's sitting on his esky and he's got his phone there, and I think he's looking through TikTok, and he just had his head in his hand, collapsed in his hand. And I just thought, you've gotten up and you've gotten changed and you've gotten your crib together and, you've gotten everything you need for the day. And then instead of just doing what we get to do and then get into your car and drive to work, you then go and sit down the road somewhere on the side of the street and then wait for whoever to come and pick you up. That's soul-crushing.
It is soul-crushing. I see it all the time. On Canning Highway, there's a couple of blokes a day that I would see waiting to either... I'm thinking some of them are getting to go to the airport, but they're on Canning Highway, and the others are with an esky. They always got an esky, Nate. They've got their lunch or something packed and ready to go, getting picked up by someone else.
Have you ever been picked up for work? I've always just got myself there.
No, once a year, twice a year, Nat will pick me up if I'm getting Megan's car service or something along those lines. Do you buy that?
Does Natalie pick you up?
A couple of times she has, yeah. Oh, no, when I went to hospital, that's what she picked me up for, because I didn't need my car because I had to go from here to hospital to have those operations, and then no one picked me up anyway on the other end.
Because if I saw either of you in the morning before here, I would dive out of the car.
There was not a lot of conversations going on.
I'm sorry, I would.
You do need your
There is a time and a place for these two.
The feeling's mutual. I tell you what, there was not a lot of conversation, and when you're sitting in that moment, you have to throw a couple of things out.
It's like I'm not making small talk in the car. This is my private spot to cry on the way to work.
Absolutely.
We want to know if you, and I'm just guessing it's a lot of tradies that are listening right now. do you get picked up for work? Like, is that your morning process? Are you getting dressed and then you go and walking down your street corner to sit under a street light and wait for someone to come pick you up?
Absolutely.
God.
That is soul destroying.
You know how you could solve it if you were to win Nova's first class and 50K. Sean.
But how would you get on that, Nathan?
Well, all you have to do is come on and have a chat with us about being picked up for work, and there you go, bam, you're in with a shot. Who gets picked up for work? What's the process? If you're like picking up a couple of tradies on the way to work as well, hope you work with them. Let us know as well, because I just can't wrap my mind. You know what? And not just that, they're getting picked up for work, so they're going to work in, I think, one of the most traumatic ways, and then also they go to work and they're tradies, so they're doing proper work.
Manual labour.
Not
just a Spanish tennis player.
Googled it once, Sean. Manual labour looks shocking.
Elliot's given us a call. Elliot, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Elliot, talk to us about getting picked up as a tradie in the morning.
Yeah, I got picked up for about 2 years, so I think probably at least 50% of them is people who've lost their licence and they're mulling over their decisions in life.
So every time you're up in the morning...
sympathy.
Hey, Elliot, every time you're just sitting there, that would just be mind-numbing would be the other thing, but you just keep reflecting, Jesus, what did I do that for?
Elliot, is that why you're in that...
Single day.
Is that why you're in that situation, Elliot?
Possibly, yeah.
Come clean. 2 years.
Yeah.
Hey, when you lose your licence for like 2 years, Elliot, how hard is that to just navigate life without a vehicle?
It is impossible, and I'm never doing it again, especially when you're carrying tools and your big esky and all that jazz.
Yeah, but even just going to the shops, like, you know what I mean? You can't do a big shop.
Yep.
Because, like, how were you getting around? Were you just walking? Were you busing? Were you biking? What were you doing?
Yeah, walking pretty much everywhere. I mean, occasionally the bus, but a lot of walking.
Taking the bus.
Strong clods, so.
Taking the bus. I don't even know how to do that.
Yep.
What do? You just get on there and what do you say? Can I come on, please?
You do. Actually,
is there a thing?
Well, you obviously got to pay, but everyone's got those multi-riders. I can say that...
Do you need that?
Yeah, but I can say one time I caught the train from the city and I'd been having a fair few beers with people. And I saw this bus. I knew it was going down the Canning Highway. I thought, I'm just going to jump on it. So I jumped on it. And this guy, I said, I don't have any money. I don't have physical money. I don't have a car. He goes, just sit in the back. And I jumped on. That was lovely.
That's good. Let's go to Jessie in Swampview. Hey, Jessie.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, Jessie.
Where I'm talking about the world of getting picked up for work in the morning when you have to sit on the side of the road waiting for your lift. What do you got for us?
Well, it's not me. It's someone that I knew quite well. Just obviously a bit of a type going here. Had no license for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Was a tradie and would frequent the dating apps quite often for the areas that he was working in.
Okay.
And would multiple times a week have adult sleepovers. So then he'd gather lift in the morning with his
that's a great idea.
Would he go as far as to hook up with a lady in the area that he was working at, so it was a shorter commute?
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, and then he even outside, get a few suckers that would do it for a while, and drive him 30-40 minutes to his site, and then because then he had an e-license, and then he could drive to and from his site.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then at night, he'd,
Okay, so you've got to hook up with a chick who is sympathetic to you, which will drive... Because some of them, I mean, when I first was going... Well, when I first started probably going out with Megan, she would probably, if I wanted to, drive me to footy training. But, I mean, that ended after a couple of weeks, obviously.
Okay, Jesse... Was he very attractive to the point where he was guaranteed to be able to really sleep in every suburb that he wanted to if he swiped on the right chick?
Oh God, I don't know how he did it. He was missing a front tooth and everything. So, I'm not going to comment on obviously the abilities that he's been able to give him this.
His superpower.
His ability to get to work every day. His superpower, exactly.
Yeah.
But it worked for him for a while.
Yeah, he's packing a bit of heat, Nath, I think.
Well, I know, but on the profile, they're not showing the heat, are they?
They aren't.
You're showing your
Your
gap.
pegs, your front pegs.
Let's go to Dylan in Armidale. Hey, Dill.
How's it going, mate?
Hey,
Hey,
good
good
buddy.
deal.
All right, we're talking about driving to work in the morning, tradies, having to sit on the side of the road, getting picked up. What happens with you?
We're a group. We're a team of 6 roof tilers. Our boss is the only one with a licence, and we all wait out the front in the morning at 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning for the boss to pick us up for A1 roofing.
Hey, can I just say,
A1 expert roofing.
get it in there.
Yeah,
Expert,
I wouldn't get my
expert.
roofing done anywhere else.
Hey, Nathan was saying,
Yeah.
it's really soul destroying at that time in the morning when you're just sitting there. And I mean, with a bunch of guys, you've got to come up with something to say at some stage, but you can't be asked, surely.
No, it's the soul ripping part is working on the roof, but no, waiting in the morning's easy, you know.
It easy? What do you kick off with, a choc milk or something to kick the day off?
Nah, chocolate milk ruins the gut. You got to have your energy drinks, you know, bees and Red Bulls.
Are you gone that early? A mother or something?
Yeah,
mate?
Sean, they give you wings.
Start early, finish early. You know how it is.
Yeah. What's your energy drink of choice? Is it a
Mine's V.
yours is
V.
V? Yeah.
Yeah, I choose V's.
I feel like V is one of the more polite brands. The people that down like a can of Mother that's bigger than their forearm.
I'm
that
with
to
you.
me is that's confronting.
That's aggressive, isn't it?
That's aggressive.
I'm coming at you.
that
I'm
to
coming
me
at the
is-
day hard
That to me
after
is
this.
what you pour into someone's mouth if they're in a coma.
That's I'm with you 100%. Good on you, Dylan. Thanks for calling.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Emma O'Driscoll from the Fremantle Dockers joining us, and I love spending a bit of time with you, Em, because I feel like for me you are the representation of every girl I went to high school with. You are.
I will take that as a compliment.
You're
Yeah, I think it
country,
is.
you're
I think it
real,
is.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You know, she scrubs up all right, but she ain't fancy.
Perfect. We're comparing Northam to Gagooly again. Amazing.
But Nathan, one thing that resonated with you is Em talking about her dad and his love for a particular TV show. What's that, Em?
Oh my God, my dad, he's going to murder me for this, but he is obsessed with Home and Away. There we go. I just need to listen to this. Brings back memories of my childhood. We will plan dinner around Home and Away. Mum will cook dinner around it. If there's a double episode on a Thursday, my God, he's excited.
Well, can I just correct you there, young lady? Thursday's a triple episode. And the reason why I know this is my father, too, is the man that loves Home and Away. But he doesn't say that he loves Home and Away. To him, it's his greatest shame to admit it. So when I finally do get the truth out about, no, Dad, you watch Home and Away, he will scream at anyone that is asking, but Danny Green watches it.
So it's fine.
That's the defence, the Danny
That's the
Green
defence.
defence.
The Thursday nights, I won't speak to him on a Thursday night because of the triple episode. So,
Okay.
and when I'm over at his house, I'll always go, oh God, Home and Away. And goes, yeah, your mother's watching it. My mum's not watching it. My mum's, you know those mum games on the iPad?
Yep.
They're just
Like Candy
bubbles
Crush.
or like lollies or whatever. Your
Yep.
mum's just like nose deep in a little mum game on the iPad. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what's going on screen. And then Dad will sit there and talk about the plot holes and how terrible it is, but cannot get enough. Does your dad disparage it while loving it, or does he just love it?
No, he just loves it. I think my dad has cried more for Home and Away than at a family's funeral.
But I think that's fair enough, because have you
like,
seen the
literally.
stuff that goes on at Home and Away these days? There's explosions. People dying at the drop of a hat on Home and Away.
Well, that's why you can't look away, Sean.
No, but I feel like it's not dramatic anymore. There's a car accident every 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
Yeah.
What is going
Yeah, I
on?
mean, how many people in one town can have amnesia? You know what I mean? Like, if that was the case, that town would have been cordoned off by the government, and they would be studying it, the chemicals, the water, everything.
Something in
To
the
say,
water.
no
Something in the water.
one can hold on to their name here. It's insane.
Power line's
Yeah.
too close
No,
to the
it's
town.
terrible.
Be all on.
So your dad will cry, like openly just let his
yeah,
emotions
like
flood.
I've never seen my mother cry, but
Yep.
Dad, Home and Away's on, he's crying. And I went to Sydney a few weeks back and went to Palm Beach, and he was still calling it Summer Bay. I was like, oh, it's Palm,
Beach.
The real name.
Has he ever been there? Has he ever been?
No, but I
down
did
to
send
Palm
him
Beach?
lots of pictures, lots of photos. I did have a picture up of Alf Stewart just in case I saw him on the beach. Yeah, Dad was frothing it.
Did he notice the bits the photos where you?
course.
Yeah, so
Everything.
that would have been outside of the diner.
The diner, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Everything.
Salt
even
is
just
that
the beach
is that
itself.
the restaurant Salt?
I don't
It
know.
Is that
too.
that's a bar?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
assault?
yeah.
What do
Don't quiz up, Nate.
I think it's the
Ask your
restaurant.
dad.
Okay, did your father's love of home and away, did that seep into your brother's DNA?
Yeah, probably. I think that's maybe why they're so weak. they're weak as piss.
It's just a bit soft for watch Home and Away. And very emotional.
So weak. No, I hope they are more emotional. They didn't get that from Dad, that's for sure. But
Okay, so wait there. So that's your dad's what he watches. What do you do to unwind? What do you like watching? What do you like doing? What is it?
look, in all fairness, I'm no better. I am a sucker for Australian TV.
What do you mean?
I love Offspring. I've watched Offspring about 1,000 times, as well as McLeod's Daughters.
I didn't even know that was still on.
You would be in McLeod's daughter.
Daughters fan ever.
I don't think I never watched McLeod's Daughters.
No,
It wasn't in my. Did anyone in here watch McLeod's Daughters? Anyone? No, no
I
one
can't
did.
imagine you watching McLeod's Daughters.
No.
You might need to watch a bit more football though, Nath, because you couldn't even name the players on the back page of the West Australian
Okay,
today.
so the back page of the West Australian today, everyone. I mean, I don't want to blow you away, but it's Harley Reid, and it's got everybody loves Harley. And then I just played a little game where I was seeing if I could guess the name.
Yes, you
so
were.
of course I know Harley Reid because the West Australian won't let me forget.
So the first person you guessed was Andrew Brayshaw, which is a good
great.
I didn't get Andrew. I just got Brayshaw.
You got Brayshaw.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
He's a Brayshaw, and then I went up to Luke Jackson, and I know Luke. He's
Great.
fantastic.
Yeah, you met him.
So Luke's great. Then the other side of Harley is
two Dockers players.
another kid that's got his hair parted in the middle and needs to wash it.
He's got curtains, which is the Raid.
Who's he? Who's that
we
kid
saying
there?
that or
Okay,
not?
wait there. What's his? Okay, give me his initials. Give me his
I
initials.
love that you've pulled the Mickey out of his hair. I've rocked up with that exact same hair today.
Yeah, but
the oily slick
but,
back.
No. Yours looks like it's seen shampoo this year, though.
Dry shampoo.
So wait there. What's his name?
HY is his initials.
Hayden Young?
Yes.
Hayden Young! Hayden Young, right? Okay.
The best part about the last one is that Sean has started playing a game of charades for Nath to guess his name.
Yeah, because I didn't know who the other one was, and then I asked for the initials CS, and then Sean started tying some material around his waist, which could only mean it's Caleb Sarong.
No, it's a Sarong.
I tell you what, I'm slowly over the 21 years that I've been working here, I'm slowly picking up football.
Yeah. You're not wanting to take it in, but it's just happening.
Yeah,
Through
I know.
osmosis.
Yeah, Sean, it's the asbestosis of my life.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.